Atlanta United Fan TV, a controversial loss, and it's, you know, something that it's going to happen once in a while at the Benz. We weren't going to be undefeated the entire time, but, you know, it goes this way sometimes, and it's not the result that we wanted. But what did you guys think of the game?
I think it's a mixed bag. It's a mixture of tactical mistakes, Tata not subbing out Joseph for Romario and Larry for Kratz at the half or at the start of the second half. Geiger, the ref, missing a fairly obvious offside call, which led to the second score, and just Sporting Kansas City just pressing us really hard, even though we had many opportunities to score. Kansas City just stepped right up, especially with Tim Melia making those two outstanding saves. Sadly.
The only thing I'd have to add is probably a little bit more encouragement to some fringe players that we have. So just name a few: Greg Garza, Nagby, and Barco. Seems to be like they're getting the ball out in important, deadly spaces, but there's not enough encouragement for them to take on the shots and create and finish the opportunities that they've created and everything like that.
Vamos Atlanta, que esta noche tenemos que ganar. Vamos, vamos. Hey, así en Orlando, right?
There we go. Yeah, so obviously not all of us are as down as some of us. So, you know, there's still some, you know, encouragement here. But now in terms of, you were saying, you know, Tata should have made halftime subs. You know, do you think that would have been a little bit negative? Because, you know, I think we were still going after it, and we still had, I think, you know, I think the lion's share of the chances still up until their actual goal, because their chances were not on goal for mostly the entire match except for their two goals.
Well, I understand from Tata's perspective that he wanted to crack this egg really bad with the guys that he had, with the remaining 9 guys, or, well, remaining 10 guys that we've had. But when, after, was it the 75th minute, when that wasn't happening, that's when he made that decision, which, in my opinion, was too little too late.
Yeah, okay. Now, I mean, when he brought on Kratz, though, yeah, it seemed like that was probably our best chance to score. You know, is it like the chance is gone right after that? Like, is that how you felt? Is that how? I feel like that's what it was.
No, honestly, we fought till the end. We fought till the bitter end, obviously, but we couldn't capitalize. We couldn't finish. That was our issue. But going back, was it going back to those two not Kratz goals? It seemed that as great as those free kicks were, it seemed that he was telegraphing the trajectory and where it was. So that first time he was aiming for the top left corner. Second attempt, when he should have went left, he hit the same spot.
All right, so we move on because we have to. You know, and it's Orlando City on Sunday. How do you guys think it's going to go?
Well, as red hot as Orlando has been, and it's on the road, buckle your seatbelt.
So you think it's going to be like a back and forth game, one-sided?
It's going to be I don't know. I'm not as good as predicting the score as you are.
I got lucky.
But I think it's
pretty much reversed on this one.
But I think it's going to be it's going to either go by a draw, but the question is how many goals on each side is it going to go? Is it going to be a shootout? Is it going to be a tight one? That's my question.
Which one would you prefer?
I want us to win, preferably, but if it's going to be an all-out shootout against our rival like Orlando, bring it.
What about you?
For me, I think it's going to be a wide open game. I mean, Dom Dwyer kind of lit us up last season as an expansion team, but that's kind of understandable with the back line being put together as a new team. So this year we've probably watched a lot more film, have a lot more preparation for the game. If we can lock down Dom Dwyer and force him to play a lot more to their midfield, we should have a better chance to control the tempo of the game. Plus, we have a lot more addition in our attacking creativity with Ezekiel Barco.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, we got killed on our back post at the Benz last season against Orlando City. So, yeah, if we could do that, I think, you know, we've got a little bit more height this year, I think, especially for our back line. So, you know, I think it bodes a little bit better. But obviously, with it down to our fourth string keeper, you know, I'm not as bullish as you guys. I think, you know,
I'm not really bullish on Christian. That's his name, right?
Christensen.
Or Christensen? I was like,
He's a USL keeper. He just got drafted. Nothing you do.
I disagree. I think there's a lot of faith that you can put in a young keeper, especially with all the young talent that we've introduced to the team. I mean, we have 2 teenagers that are arguably in the starting lineup. I mean, Carlton's in the subs. Barco's in the starting lineup at 19. There's a great chance for Christensen to kind of showcase his U.S. talent and kind of solidify a, hopefully at least a draw for us. But
I don't want to be negative about that, but the difference between Barco and Carlton they are like generational talents. So there's that.
The point I'm trying to make is that the difference in age, at least in Barco and Carlton, is 2 years, and so hopefully there's at least we're showcasing youth talent here at Atlanta. So hopefully we can do it again with a keeper.